Good morning, everyone. It is time for First Alert Weather Extra. I hope you are having a great start to your day. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Jill Gilardi here. A lot to talk about, of course. It is a First Alert Weather Day, so we're starting there. This is due to periods of rain becoming steadier and heavier at times as we get into the afternoon and especially the early evening hours, potentially impacting the commute. So travel conditions will go downhill. And we could also see in a few areas some poor drainage flooding, not out of the question. As we take a look at what's happening, we've seen over the past 6 hours a little bit of rain skirting our inlandmost counties. That is almost on the way out. So we look to our north, steady rain, but that's kind of the direction. It's all headed, well, west-east, that is what you're seeing. So we're waiting to see more development that's farther south that would move in here. So as we take a look at First Alert Futurecast, there's indication that we'll stay mainly dry through the morning hours. It's this afternoon, that's when there's that better chance for rain. That will be locally heavy at times. Temperatures will be cooler than average with 50s and 60s, a few low 70s for highs to the southeast today. Tonight, the activity starts to break up. And then by tomorrow morning, just a few lingering showers, otherwise improving conditions the rest of the day. So how much rain? Well, we need it badly, and amounts right now ranging from a half an inch to 1 inch. Locally more, though, still a possibility. As we take a look at the wind gust trend, as Aaron creeps closer to us today, we will start to see the breeze kicking in from the northeast, 15, maybe 20 miles per hour on average, those gusts. But look at tomorrow. It's gustier with the 20 to 25 mile per hour gusts, maybe even higher. Aaron right now remains a Category 2, moving north-northwest, but not for long. It's going to start to make that turn, and by Friday morning, that's 2 a.m., you're looking at still a Cat 2, but it's over 200 miles off the shore of Connecticut. So we will feel effects, but non-direct. And we get a lot of already advisories issued, a gale watch, so much information we could pass along. And we'll say this, small craft advisory as we focus closer to Connecticut, of course. We're talking about starting tomorrow, well, midnight tonight. Excuse me. And that's going to go in through about Friday, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're expecting those wave heights to be about 4 to 7 feet, especially to get farther east on the sound. I got a tickle in my throat. And then in terms of the winds coming in from the northeast at 15 to 25 knots, gusts up to 30. Where we have the high surf advisory, that's where 6 to 10 foot waves in this surf zone are expected, especially going into Friday. But starting today, those waves are really going to be picking up in height, peaking Friday. And this is dangerous for swimmers and for also surfers. The gale watch, that's where we have like Block Island sound we're talking about. Sorry about that. I didn't bring my water. We also have Rhode Island sound. Let's see, and then stretching back towards Massachusetts. The gale watch, the winds, the gusts over 40 knots, and then the height of the waves could be in the 8 to 13 feet range. So yeah, it's not going to be pretty on the water, that's for sure. Maybe kind of cool to look at from a distance, but that's about it. It's not recommended to go in the water with the way things are going to be. Now, today on the sound, not as bad as it's going to gradually get. The wave height 2 feet. The wind east 10 to 15 knots. Higher gusts possible. Visibility okay until you get some rain. Then it drops down to about a mile or so in case you are going to be, going out on your boat. All right, the tropics, it's active. This is the time of year this usually happens. So we've got a couple of other disturbances we're tracking back behind Aaron, and so we'll keep you updated as they both have a medium chance of tropical development over the next several days. All right, forecast for tomorrow. Well, the rain wraps up after the morning hours, and we'll get up to about 70 degrees, another cooler than average day. And remember, it's going to be breezy, low 70s along the shoreline tomorrow since the wind is going to be off the land. We need the rain, especially where you see the yellow, where it's abnormally dry, and that chance even inland where it's still crunchy in my yard outside of that abnormally dry area. But, of course, tomorrow we get another update that probably shows most of the state except, a small portion northwest that is abnormally dry, maybe even moderate drought developing. And we're also going to be looking beyond the 7 day, at least 6 to 10 days out, leaning a little bit wetter than average. Slight chance of that happening beyond the 7 day. And as we focus on temperatures, normal low 61. Well, our high in many places will be closer to that than the 83 today. We're trending cooler than average as we look ahead. Of course, that could be just very subtle, but a greater chance of that happening. And you can see it in the 7 day forecast. The only average or slightly above day is Saturday, 84. So that's our normal high is 83. We get back into the low 80s Friday, stay there maybe Sunday, Monday. Rain that's likely today on our first alert weather day keeps temperatures down. You briefly reach the upper 60s or low 70s. That rain will cool us down as soon as it arrives. We're breezy today. We're breezier tomorrow into Friday. Sky conditions gradually improving Thursday, but especially by Friday, it's going to be bright again. Comfortable overnight lows. Don't need the AC with those numbers. Like a little muggy Sunday, because that will mean our next chance of rain is on the way. And it's going to be showers late Sunday, and showers are possible early on Monday. And then there's a look at your shoreline high temperatures as we go through the next 7 days. So yeah, today's a day to make sure you keep up with any alerts. Of course, we'll be tracking that steadier rain live on Channel 3, which you can obviously stream on our app as well. And we're going to have another First Alert Weather Extra up at 9:30 this evening. So if you get a free chance, definitely tune in then as we continue to keep you updated on the weather and have this opportunity to go for a longer period of time to bring you this information. All right, everyone, take care. Be safe traveling in the rain for later today on this First Alert Weather Day.